Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Andy, and today we have the April monthly reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. Welcome, Leos. I hope that you guys are doing good. I hope that you guys are staying safe, staying indoors, and staying healthy above all else. Remember that this is going to be a general reading for the sign of Leo for the month of April. So take the messages that resonate, leave what does not. Assume that any message that does not resonate to your specific situation is going to be intended for another viewer, okay? Something new that I'm doing this month is that I will be implementing extended readings that are going to be available for purchase through Vimeo. You can purchase just the extended for one reading, so if you want to watch the extended and get further in depth into this reading, if it resonates to your situation, you can purchase it for $5, or you can purchase all of the extended readings for all of April. So if you want to get your sun, moon, and your rising sign placement extended reading, you can do so for $11.11. And again, the link is going to be in the description box down below to my Vimeo. But again, that's totally optional. You can just watch this and get all the information that you need. But if you want to get a little bit extra information, that is going to be available for those that choose to do so. So for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, we're going to take a look at what the overall lesson is in the month of April for you. So what's the lesson for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? What is the lesson in the month of April? I heard patience, and I asked to clarify, and someone said something to do with either waiting for others, like waiting in place of others, like maybe holding some type of emotional or some type of space for others, waiting for others to meet you at wherever you are in life or whatever level you feel that you're at. But then I also kind of heard waiting on others. So either you're waiting for others, meaning that you're saving some type of space for someone, or you're actually waiting on others. So you're having to wait for people, and it's really being a test of patience for you in the month of April. What's the lesson to learn? What is the lesson that April is bringing? Five of Pentacles in reverse. Or sorry, not in reverse. I don't know why I said reverse. So the lesson in the month of April for you guys, I really think it's having to do with being able to come from a place of love and compassion and understanding for others, having that caring nature that you have and implementing that towards the less fortunate, towards maybe even the homeless. So in the month of April, you may be really drawn to do any type of volunteer work at food shelters or homeless shelters. You may be donating your time, your money, your energy in any way, shape, or form to help others, to help those that are less fortunate to you. And I think that this is where it's a huge draw to your patience on how much of your energy can you put on hold for the things that you need to focus on, right? Like your own work, your own money, your own family, your own loved ones, and utilize some of that energy for those that are less fortunate, for those that are out on the street, for those that don't have a job, for those that are going hungry, right? And I think that that's going to be a big, not a conflict, but it's kind of like you're gonna have to figure out how to schedule your time. You're gonna have to figure out how much time can you give to this, how much time can you give to this, and then still be able to make room and time in your schedule and in your life in order to give back to those that are less fortunate. So I definitely think that volunteer work is really calling for you. I think that would actually be really good for you guys to do if you guys want to volunteer at a food shelter, at a homeless shelter, or donate some of your money or time to those that are less fortunate. I definitely think that that's something that's really going to be beneficial for you as a person as well, to be really giving and compassionate towards others at this time. Yeah, I like that. All right. And it's also, I think that the reason why it's coming up as a lesson is just because I feel like a lot of people right now are really getting caught up in their own problems and in their, oh my God, I have to make sure I have food on my table. I have to make sure, I can pay my bills. I have to make sure I'm taking care of my family, my friends, and my known close ones. But then we tend to neglect or forget about all of those people in the world that don't have families, that don't have friends, that don't have a roof over their head, that don't have jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's just super important to keep everyone in mind. I think that's just what this lesson is for you guys. All right, so what's going on in the month of April for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising? We have Five of Cups. Some of you guys could be feeling like you're either losing something or you've lost something recently, grieving over the loss of something. I honestly feel like it's like you're losing control of something. That's what it feels like to me. It could be that you guys are losing controls of yourself and of what you're trying or were trying to manifest. We have Temperance and the Magician. Some of you guys in the month of April could feel like the things that you were really working towards, there was a lot that you're trying to manifest. There was a lot that you guys were striving towards, working towards, trying to achieve. There was a lot of those things going on, and then because energy is really slowing down right now, some of you guys could either have completely had to put a stop on projects, maybe you guys had a vacation, or you had specific plans set in motion or scheduled around this time that unfortunately, because of the events that are going on, you're unable to follow through, you're unable to proceed, you're unable to achieve and obtain those plans that you had set in motion. And I think that that's what the losses you're feeling, and that's kind of why it's coming through as a loss of control, because it feels like it's like, oh my god, like I had all these things that I was gonna do, and I said I was gonna do these things, and I planned on doing these things, and I was ready to cultivate, and I was ready to achieve these things in the month of April, and I'm not able to. And I think that you have to be careful, because I feel like that's really it's really throwing you off balance. It's really throwing you off your game. And this can show up in a multitude of ways. You may be losing your temper, you may be more emotional, you may be getting really bad anxiety, you may be really stressed out. It can show up in a multitude of ways, whatever it is specifically for you, but it's just there's an imbalance being created within yourself, and it's you that's creating this because you're having a really hard time losing this control. I feel like some of you guys that are watching this have a big either issue, or you just have a big control, I'm going to call it an issue. You guys have a big control issue where you really like to have control of every aspect of your life. And I understand this obviously, because then we find that stability and that security, but also ask yourself this, because I've been saying this to a lot of people, is notice how our economy is, at least in America, our economy is, maybe going downhill. Notice how maybe for those of you that have lost your jobs, or that you're starting to lose material things or more physical world things, notice how much of your security or your sense of security you pour into those things, because as soon as those things go away, everything kind of comes crumbling down, right? And I think that this is happening in order to show you that maybe these things that you're losing aren't really, it's not everything. Do you know what I'm saying? And I get some of you, it may be hard to hear that. You're like, well, I lost my job. How can I pay for my... But I mean, you're still alive. That's the thing. And that's the thing that's so hard, is that in these moments when we're losing things, when we're losing our stability, when we're losing our foundation, when we're losing our sense of security, it is so, so hard to remain grateful and to remain in an optimistic mindset of the things that we still do have. We're still alive for now. We're still, for some of you, I hope that you guys are still healthy for now, etc., etc. It's still finding those things, no matter how small they are, to still be grateful for them. And practicing that, the practice of gratitude is what's going to help you actually stay balanced during this time. So I think that definitely you guys need to look on the brighter side, even though it is very dark right now, even though it's not looking great. There are still things that we can be thankful for, that we can be grateful for. And I think that that's what the Five of Cups is representing, is that you are losing something, or you've lost something, but you still have something. You still have something that's important. You still have something that's of value, whether it's your health, whether it's your pride, whether it's your insights, your wisdom, your knowledge, yourself, putting more sense of security within yourself. And this is also really just highlighting for you guys how much, this is a moment for everyone to really look at how much security do you put in yourself, how much do you depend on yourself versus how much do you depend on others or external things. How much do you depend on your job to feel secure? How much do you depend on your friends that now you can't be in contact with physical for security? How much do you depend on your money to make you feel secure? Do you get what I'm saying? And that's why for me, even though it's hard to swallow for some of us the idea, but I am very thankful for what is happening, because it's making a lot of people have these realizations, including myself, and it's really making me feel comfort in the fact that even though money is tight, even though I may or may not have a job in the future, even though this and this and this and everything's really unsure, no one knows what's really going on, at least I have the sense of security of I'm at peace with who I am today. I love who I am today, and I'm secure with who I am today moving forward. And I just have that sense of security within myself because I've placed that energy there long before that this has gone down. So in a big way, it's really, really essential for this to be happening. And then we have the Magician. I honestly just feel like this was what you feel is lost, is that you feel like you're losing everything that you've built up for yourself. Some of you guys may feel like you have spent years getting yourself to the place that you are now in your life. You have spent so long working to get yourself in a stable place, to get yourself in a place where you can pay your bills, where you're not worried about food, where you're not worried about this and this and this. You've really worked hard at manifesting the life that you've desired. And now that things are kind of falling apart, you're feeling like, was it all worth it? Or some of you guys may be really panicking or having a lot of anxiety or fear about how easily it can all be taken away. And that's the big lesson here, is that it's showing you how easy you can go from where you are, from the stable, comfortable place, and how easily you can actually end up like these people out in the cold. No money, no job, no food, no shelter. Right? And I think that's why there is a huge importance to help those people right now, because I think you're in a period of time where you're realizing how easily, I don't think that you guys are there yet, and I hope, that you guys are staying safe and staying okay and staying able to provide yourselves with the needs that you need. But I think that this is just putting things into perspective, like how quickly things can go downhill, how easily things can things can kind of come crumbling down, and we can actually, some of us that have jobs and have homes and food and whatever, how easily that those things can kind of go away, and we can just end up just like those other people that are less fortunate than us. And that's also the big reminder as to why we should be helping these people, because we never know how easily and how quickly things can turn for us, and we can actually end up in that same position. And then you would be wanting people to be helping you, right? But again, I really feel like you guys are just really struggling with the idea that you're losing control over what the reality that you've manifested for yourself, the life that you've created for yourself, and you guys are worried that it could all go away. You're worried about how easily it feels that you're losing control on it. You're losing that grasp on the reality that you've created for yourself. We're going to take a look at unexpected energies. So this is something that is going to pop up in the month of April, sometime during the month of April, whether it's in the beginning, the middle, or towards the end of the month, that you do not see coming. So something unexpected. Keep in mind, because I feel like when people hear that, they're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Keep in mind that unexpected energies do not mean that it's negative. It does not mean that something bad's going to happen. It could be something good that's unexpected that you don't see coming. I really think it depends on where your mindset is. And I'm already going to say this. I think that it's going to be something good for you guys because, and we'll see, because I feel that, let's say your mind right now, because I feel like right now you guys are a little anxious, a little fearful about losing things, about losing the life that you've built for yourself. And you have to think about what would unexpected happen, because right now I feel like you guys are expecting the worst. So if it's an unexpected energy, it's not going to be what you're expecting, because you're expecting the worst, because you're looking at this in a more like glass half empty point of view. What is that? Is that pessimistic? I don't know. Mindset. It's most likely that what will be happening unexpectedly is something really positive, and then vice versa. I think that if you're more focused on the positive, I mean, again, it could still be positive or negative, but I always feel like it's going to be the opposite of what you're already expecting, because it's unexpected energy. It's going to be the opposite. So we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, I definitely think it's going to be something good. I think that someone older than you, female energy, doesn't have to be a female though, but it's definitely coming through as a feminine energy. This could be like your mother, or like, for some of you, it could be your spouse, your wife. I feel like it's someone older though. So like, unless it's definitely going to be someone that's older than 35, older than 40, okay? This could come as a friend, again, as your spouse, as your mother, grandmother, something of that sort. This person is coming through to let me clarify the Ace of Wands, because that's the only thing that I don't get here. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, this person is coming through to tell you that, you know, just because things might not seem so great right now, things might be moving really slow. There might not be very much action happening. There might not be very much that you can do right now. The thing that you can take comfort in is yourself, right? With the Nine of Cups, the thing that you have to take comfort in is where you are right now. So take a good look around you. Take a good look at what's happening, who's in your environment, you know, how much money you have in your savings, etc. So take a good look at those things and be grateful that they're there. No matter how, let's say you don't have very many friends, doesn't matter, you have some. Let's say you don't really have that much family, you have some. Let's say you don't have much food, you have some. Let's say you don't have much money, you have some. Be grateful and thankful for the little that you have, the little or the lot that you have, right? Whether you have a little bit or a lot of things, you have something. And take comfort in that. Whether things are moving slow, whether you know if things are gonna pick up, whether you know that things are gonna change or not for the better or not, take comfort and security, because I feel like a lot of you guys are losing that. Take comfort and security in yourself and in where you are right now in this moment. Try to let go of the worries and the anxiety of moving forward. Stop focusing so much on what's gonna happen and focus on where you are right now, because no one really knows what's gonna happen moving forward, right? The world is gonna change forever and it's never gonna be the same. So don't even worry about that. We'll get there when we get there. And I know that might be hard because like, well, I have to think about it. I have to think about what I'm gonna do for money, what I'm gonna do for this, what I'm gonna do. Yeah, do it, do that, think about that. But don't worry about it. Just trust that it'll work out in the way that it's gonna work out. And again, the best way that's gonna help alleviate this, and it's actually gonna help you manifest the things that you really, really want, is by expressing gratitude and being thankful for what you do have, whether it's not very much or not, whether it is or it isn't. Taking comfort in the fact that you do have something at the end of the day, whether it's just yourself or your house or your food, your clothes, your bed, etc. Just being grateful for what you have, right? Because I think this is a big reminder as well for a lot of us, especially here in America, that we realize that there are people in the world that live like this anyways. There are people that live less than what we're even losing. You know, there are people that don't have food, that don't have beds, that don't have clean water, that don't have shelter, etc. So many things that people already every single day for years have lived without. So I think this is just putting a lot of different things in perspective for the better, for all of us worldwide. But yeah, I really feel like this information is gonna come through from a mother or a grandmother, or just it's feeling like a very strong feminine energy. If you do feel like you are expressing yourself as more of a divine feminine type of a person, I definitely think that this could come from yourself as well. I feel like this could come from your dreams, or it could come from someone that has passed away as well. Like again, like a mother, grandmother type of figure as well, bringing this information to you. And it's gonna make it very, very clear. Yeah, okay. So let's get a closing message from Spirit, and then we'll close the reading. I like this reading a lot. Your guys' has been one of the most positive ones, even though I feel like you guys are stressed out. I don't feel stressed out right now. So I definitely think that this is gonna be something that's gonna pass. And for some reason, your energy is not affecting me, and I don't know why, because I usually feel that when I do tune into these readings and I tune into your guys' energy, it does affect me while I'm reading. It doesn't stay, but it does affect me. Like if I feel that you guys are having anxiety. I feel like you guys are stressed out, but I don't really feel it myself. I don't feel it. And that just tells me that this is just something that's very surface level. It's something that's going to pass very quickly once you have these realizations, once you receive this information, whether it's through dreams or through your own insights, whatever it is, once you receive this information, it's going to be really easy for you guys to release this stress, release this anxiety, and then look at it from a more optimistic mindset, a more optimistic point of view. The glass is half full, not half empty. We have moonlight, travel, romance, and potential. The number at the top is 36. So the numbers 3, 6, or 9 in the month of April could all be very significant for you. So just keep an eye out for when and if you see those numbers. Breathe. Breathe. And there's definitely a lot of heavy emotions. Like your emotions feel very, like they're all being churned up. And again, we already see that that's being represented with temperance and reverse. Your you're imbalanced right now. Everything is kind of imbalanced within you, mind, body, and spirit. The best things that you can do is do something to nurture that. Nurture your mind, read books, meditate, de-stress, do something to let go of that stress. Body, work out, go for a run, work out at home, do something to actually move and exercise your physical body, yoga, Pilates, whatever you need to do. Keep your physical body moving, again, to nurture that. Read, meditate, breathing exercises to relax and calm the mind, nurture that. And then spirit, make sure that you're staying connected with, whether this is a past loved one, making sure that you stay connected with God or the universe or whatever you believe in, because we all believe in different things and they're all valid. Whatever you believe in, make sure that you're staying connected with those energies or those entities, whatever you see it as, by praying to them, by talking to them, chanting, meditating as well, by staying connected and doing something to express your gratitude in those terms, and making sure that you're having faith. Even just having faith and trust in a higher power is showing that respect towards spirit. So make sure, again, you're doing something for mind, body, and spirit. You're nurturing and you're feeding all those aspects in order to maintain the balance, in order to make all the rocky waters that are happening within you kind of calm down a little bit, finding a lot of calmness. I definitely think that a lot of you guys could be traveling in your dreams as well. So pay attention to your dreams. That keeps getting highlighted for you guys. You guys could be having very, very vivid dreams about a lot of the different things. You could be having dreams about travel. Notice the place that you're traveling to in your dreams and just keep track of those. Maybe writing them down in a journal or on your phone, whatever, and keep track of where you're traveling in these dreams, because they might have, those places are gonna have a big part to play after this is all over. Once we're able to go outside and interact with others again and we're able to travel again, wherever you took yourself in your dreams is gonna have a really big significance moving forward. So it could be places where you might end up moving, it could be some place to visit moving forward, etc., etc. And I definitely think that during this time, I feel like your dreams are really just showing you all the things that you could do. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I feel like whatever reality it is that you've created for yourself and whatever reality it is that you're living, I feel like it's you have more potential than you're allowing yourself to achieve. You have whatever career you have, wherever you live right now, and it could be one of those things or all of those things, the relationship you're in, it could be one of those things or all of those things, that I feel like you've really limited yourself, Leo. You can achieve more. You deserve more. You can go for more. And I feel like you have limited yourself, or you are limiting yourself by being in those situations, whatever it is, one of those or all of those. And I think your dreams are really trying to show you how much you can actually achieve, how much more you can achieve, how much more you can strive for and go for. And that's actually going to help motivate you. It's kind of going to show you, like, you can have this, you can have that, you can be this, you can be there, you can, be that. And it's going to show you, you'll be like, oh yeah, and you're going to have this newfound passion through these dreams, okay? Alrighty, I actually do want to take a look at what those dreams are specific. So we're going to go a little bit further into depth into those dreams and what those meanings are specifically, what your dreams are trying to show you at this time, because I definitely think there's a heavy pull towards dreams. We're going to go into where your focus needs to be. In the extended, we're going to look at where your focus needs to be. We're also going to take a look at what this message is specifically that I feel like a past person is trying to communicate to you, or if it's not a past person, just what your dreams are trying to communicate to you, and then specifically what is it that they're trying to show you about this potential, because I feel like there's a specific path that is meant for you that your dreams are trying to show you right now. So we will go further into detail into that, further into detail into what is causing this chaotic energy. We're going to get more answers, where you need to put your focus in, and that is all going to be in the extended reading, and the description box is down below to the Vimeo link if you would like to purchase the extended. If not, if this is where our journey ends, I hope that you guys received something that was beneficial to you, something that helped heal you, something that brought some comfort to you, hopefully during these times. And yeah, I thank you guys for your support, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.